Let's go.
Hey, let's go. We back with another episode of Let's Ride Podcast. You do with STWF TV and none other locked and loaded in with me is my guy to the way right, left, one of these sides. My guy Bandito, man, in the building. Bam, 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 bam. What's him?
What's happening, my boy? You doing all right today, man?
We got to get you up on that slang, man. You pronounce all the words. It's like, hey, what's happening, my boy? No, what's happening? You know what I'm saying? Got to get you that Louisiana swag.
Oh, my bad, my bad.
Well, nah, man. So how's it been going, man? Like it's game time. Game day tomorrow.
Oh man, it's been it gets a little hectic during game time. You got to get that preparation. You know what I mean? I gotta get alter ego ready. You know what I mean? Get
you
that.
got alter ego?
Yeah, I gotta get Bandito ready for tomorrow. I gotta make sure I got the bullets, the chains, the glasses, the armbands.
Man, it sounds like you go from Clark Kent to Superman. That's a
Yeah,
tough job, bro. Like it's a lot.
little bit.
But man, so it's been a lot of stuff going on in this UFL world. So we got a long, great show that's an extended show for everyone that's tapped in. So we're just getting ready. So people that's in there right now, make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, and share it again to get some people in here because man, it's been a lot of stuff going on in this UFL. But circling back around to what you had mentioned, you was like getting ready for getting your alter ego ready for this weekend's game. So, for those that don't know, this is the first home game since the hit was put out on Billy.
Hey, there was no hit. You know what I mean? It's already been solved. I mean, we're waiting for that battle chicken guy to come see if he shows up because he's about to get arrested by Arlington Police Department.
But shout out to Arlington Renegades. They had a meet and greet over today it was out at Portillo's in Arlington Renegades in Arlington, Texas. Portillo's, I think, forgive me if I pronounce it, it's too a little fancy for my blood.
Yeah,
for my taste.
It's something out of Chicago or something, I believe.
For which with a name like Portillo's, I know it ain't from Oak Cliff. That's Williams Chicken. But shout out to the Renegades for definitely just trying to expand their brand and actually touch the people in the local community. They were out there, and then I think they were out in Capel for meet and greet at Brahms too. Shout out to Brahms, man. I am a big fan of Brahms breakfast and Brahms orange freeze. I love it. Oh, yeah. So, what do you think about this going into this game? Like it was tough sledding for us coming off of a loss. The Battlehawks. I'm afraid of the Battlehawks because the team and the fans, because listen, if you that crazy enough to ask somebody else to slap you in the face, listen, that's another type of I got nothing.
No, yeah.
What do you think about that? Like, I guess he's a super fan. Like,
I don't know what kind of super fan is that because I'm not gonna tell you to slap me.
Listen,
I'm gonna tell you to slap me. Shit,
I ain't even gonna do it. I'm gonna think it's a setup. I'm like, okay, he got a gun, a knife, or something. Like, I ain't about to do that.
I ain't slapping nobody. I don't care if you told me to.
Exactly that part, So that just leads me to wonder, like, what kind of franchise that is. They definitely got me, a little concerned. But circling around to this game, man. So, what are your expectations going into this game? Like, do you think, it's for us to good opportunity for us to corral the troops, or do you think there's an opportunity for us to win?
There's an opportunity to win. I just feel that I mean we're gonna be okay on defense side of the ball. You know what I mean? I mean, our defense have no more than 11 points has anybody put on us.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
But we can't seem to score the ball to score touchdowns either. And that's was my biggest concern when we were at the watch party. It's like I kept getting frustrated, like, hey, get in the end zone, because I knew that the Birmingham Stallions, they can, get in, they can move the ball. And better yet, these Battlehawks, Battle Chickens can move the ball a whole lot better, for especially on the ground than the Birmingham Stallions. So yes, our defense, might be stout and stand up for us, but on the back end, they're going to get burned out. because the offense is, if we see the time of possession has just been lopsided.
Yep. Yeah, if they're on the field too long, they're gonna score on us.
Yeah. Yes.
And I got into that conversation yesterday on a podcast with this guy Dirty. We're talking about how their quarterback, he has thrown a couple of interceptions, but he is mobile. You know what I mean? And we've been having a little bit of trouble on our run game. You know what I mean? If they get on the open, we're basically arm tackling, and that's one thing that we need to stop.
Yeah, and in addition to that, we need to find a way to, on the offensive side, we need to find a way to get the ball in the end zone. Like it's okay to get these, it's okay to get these field goals. But for teams like the Baltimore, Birmingham Stallions and these guys that's coming in, these St. Louis Battlehawks, we need to score the ball, and we need to score in bunches because Tamu, he was out, in 2023, he came out to a quarterback camp for one of the Jake Plummer, I think that was his brother. And I met the guy, the guy had a chip on his shoulder then, and he's still playing with that same chip on his shoulder 2 years later. So, one thing that stands out to me that I've been liking with the play of, Jordan Tamu with the Battlehawks is, he missed one pass, but then he came back and threw a touchdown. It's like the guy has short memory. He's a winner. Luis Perez, hey, I mean, it's still a little questionable. So for that, the quarterback position, like, who do you think has an advantage? Do you think the Chicken Hawks or, Luis Perez?
Believe it or not, I think with Luis Perez we have the advantage. You know what I mean? But it depends what Luis Perez comes out. Do you get Luis Perez from game 1, or do you get Luis Perez from game 3, from 2 and 3, which is really kind of crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And then you got Manny Wilkins from the Battle Chickens, which he has 3 interceptions. But he also has 4 rushing touchdowns.
Mm-hmm. And, and it's like the league is putting the emphasis on running the ball, because, we had this conversation the other day and even off camera about our team, the Renegades, running the ball. It's like they're a run-first team. And, even once that run is stopped, they're running the ball again. But when I watched the San Antonio Brahma game, they were running the ball. They had emphasis on running the ball. Then the Chicken Hawks, they have, they're making running the ball a priority. So do you think this run first, like, I guess as a league, is maybe making it boring? Like, what do you think, or what do you think about that?
I think it is kind of, I think it should be pass first, then you run.
Especially with the Renegades, because we got
and you've seen it. You've seen it because you covered training camp. You showed me a couple of videos where these guys were on. These guys were on point.
Yes.
With Winningham, Vaughn, Payne, Burnett, all these receivers that we got, man, they were looking great in practice. Where's that? Where's that stuff that you covered, that we saw that you covered? Where is that at?
Imagine what I'm saying. So that's where, it's like, I'm starting to question the coaching staff, because we know the ability is there, the talent is there, but it's like, okay, hey, why is this not happening? So I can only just take a step, look behind a player, behind the team at the coaching staff, because we knew going into this season that Coach Stoops was going to make an emphasis on the run, and they were running until they got stopped. Mm-hmm. And now we picked up Taco. So what do you think about that? How do you think that addition bodes well for the team?
It's going to be good for the defense. I think that our defense is going to get a little bit more stout on that. I think they got him playing linebacker, I believe. So I mean, I don't know if it's the inside or the outside, but I think they got him playing. Or I can be wrong, or they have him on the D end at the defensive end position.
Yeah,
But,
I mean, and
but
it's
if they have him on the defensive end position, I think with that addition with Chris Odom, hopefully Lambert can come back. I mean, if you bring in Lambert back, I mean, I think those guys that are playing now, I mean, we should. I mean, we're good on paper. On paper, that defense is sick on paper.
that's why I stopped showing the paper because listen, I put these stats up in front of your face, in front of our fans' face. They're gonna be like, "Wow, the Renegades gonna win." You know what I'm saying? But then come game time, you're like, "Wait, what? Wait, what's out there?" So I'm starting to get a bit concerned. Definitely after this last game because I thought sure it was, we were gonna win.
If you look at it though, if you look at it, you know what I'm saying? 4 red zone field goals. You put 4 touchdowns. Come on now.
Right.
There's that almost 40 piece that we want every game.
Thank you.
And then the defense holds them to 10 points.
Fucking double salute, right? Double salute the defense, man. We got to get somebody on from that defense on here because to that point, that's what's been happening, and that's what we see. So for everyone that's tapped in right now, we want to know what y'all think, about the Arlington Renegades. Do you think we're going to get this win, or do you think we're going to lose? Because right now it's a lot of movement going on in the league. We just Ken Wisenhunt, he just retired. I mean, he just stepped away, from the Memphis Showboats. And that was really concerning right there, and then that was just followed up by another week with Wade Phillips not at the helm. So what do you think, like with the league, what do you think about that's going on?
I mean, it's crazy. I think with Wade, Wade's getting old, and I think he has health issues that I don't think the league wants to explain. But I mean, you can just look at it. Look at how much weight he lost just from last year to this year. There's something going on with Coach, and if there's something going on, I mean, prayers to Coach Phillips. That was my boy for Super Bowl 50, and hopefully he's doing okay. Wisenhunt, I know he had to leave an absence, then came back for one game, and then decided to just walk out.
Right. So to me, that's reflective of the league. It's like, okay, hey, what's going on? These coaches are going, and shout out to the XFL, because one thing that I thought their strategy was about, when they had the XFL once it started, once it came back. So a lot of those coaches were old coaches. Like we had Rod Woodson, they had Hines Ward, you had Wade Phillips, you had Coach Stoops. So you had a lot of these players, a lot of these coaches at the upper end of their, career. So now that model is gone. Now it's looking like we're just putting up, coaches maybe that can fit the bill versus trying to find these superstar coaches. Like, what do you think about that?
Well, you know what I mean. They're probably gonna do the same thing, almost like the NFL. Man, look at these young coaches that are coming out. These guys that are stepping up from the DC Defenders. These guys are young. These guys are young coaches that are hungry and want to show that they can coach. They're just like the players are trying to get their foot into the league. These coaches are doing the same doing the same thing, and some of these teams are going with that mentality. Maybe we bring in some of these new guys and see what they can do.
And to that point, I think you got a good point, because now we're seeing the distinction from the USFL, because, we had a lot of those USFL guys that, those coaches we didn't hear about, but the business model for the XFL was to get all these stars. So now it's like we're seeing a shift of the true identity of this league. It's like, okay, now we're seeing these XFL coaches type of things get phased out. And now we're bringing in, credible coaches, because like I said, the DC Defenders, those guys they're dogs, Birmingham style dogs. Much with the Michigan Panthers, whatever they call themselves, they're playing really well. So shout out to Jasmine Harden. Jasmine Harden, right there. Next man up, even at coaching.
And she's right.
That's a good point. And to that, we're gonna get crazy Tim, So this was a guy that was allegedly part of the hit on Billy.
I definitely didn't do shit to Billy. You know what I'm saying? Man, what's good, guys?
Cool. How's it going, man? Appreciate you tapping in with us.
Hey, that's a nice shirt you got on there, Marco.
Hey, you better not be peeping through my window there.
Yeah, I thought he was trying to show you his boobs. He was doing this at first. I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah, he's trying to. He's sitting there peeping through my window, bro. I'm on the second floor. Where you at?
I got the ladder posted up.
Nice. So we're just talking about, the coaching, like all these issues that's going on. It's been a lot of movement with the UFL as far as with the coaches, a lot of coaching changes. The Renegades just picked up Taco. So what do you think? What are your thoughts on, what do you feel about that?
Man, all the coaching changes are pretty crazy, honestly, especially, with the Brahmas, they just lost their offensive coordinator now. Wade Phillips is taking an absence, leave an absence there. So, DC, I don't know what happened to that coaching staff up there, but as far as Taco goes, man, I'm excited for Taco. That's my boy, the Cowboys fan. He's a first-round draft pick. He was a beast, and I think he's going to be able to really help.
Once you say Cowboys, that was just wah, wah, wah. It was just downhill from there, man. Like, the only people think.
I thought he started talking like Charlie Brown right there.
Because at the end of the day, we only really have like 3 more games. And it's like, what can someone do coming in at mid? How can Taco make a big impact coming at, mid-season?
If you can add a sack every game, if you can add 4 or 5 QB pressures every game, if you can get a tackle for loss on a couple of handoffs, that's huge. And that's the things Taco can come in and help with.
That is true. And it's funny because it's like, are we dancing around what the problem is? The problem is the offense. Why is the coaching staff 100%. Picking up defense? The defense, listen, leave them alone. You know what I'm saying? Let the defense. So I think, that's where our Achilles heel is, on his offense. So I do definitely think that, Taco's definitely going to come in and make an impact. But will it be enough to get the team a win? Yeah. Shout out to Mad Hatter and that T-Bucket, man. I don't know if I want to say. I got to wait. T-Bucket with TB. I got to make sure I don't say the wrong word. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you having it with.
But, our offense, we're already stacked, man. The line, they've really picked up and improved from last year. We've added some to our O-line, and we really needed that. I really feel like our problem is the play calling.
I was about to say, you sounded like Coach Stoops there. You was like, man, we picked up this, we picked up them, and we still sorry.
For me, man, I don't think he's not opening that playbook. He's used to just and if you really look at the game, first play of the game, up the middle with a run. Everybody already knows that.
It's like he's stuck in this Oklahoma playbook.
Mm-hmm. He need to open it. Just like he was opening it during those practices that you were filming, he needs to open it, man. Yeah. What are you waiting for the second half of the season? You need to open it now.
You know what I think our problem is for when I say ours, like for with the Renegades, is that we are the champions. And it's like, okay, hey, we're in that mindset where it's like, okay, I guess if it doesn't work, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I don't know, but it's like we're not changing anything. I'm not seeing much of a change is how we're, changing the state, to be competitive. It's like, okay, yes, we're the team that brought back the most players, right? But that ain't working for us. It's like on paper, that sounds really good, but when you go out there, we're jumping off sides. We have penalties. We can't execute drives that finish, that culminate in a touchdown. So I'm with you on that.
Red zone, man, killing us. But that's been killing us. It seems to be probably last year too. You get to the red zone and you get 3 points, or you might not even get 3 points, and you miss the field goal, and then that cooks you even more. Like you look at stats, right? You want to be going to the stats of it. Luis Perez first in passing, right? Caleb Balaj first in rushing. Yet where are the points from all these yards we're getting? You know?
Yeah.
And I think coach should have took a couple of chances on those fourth down and 1. Come on now. I mean, look, these guys are averaging. KB's averaging 5 yards a carry. You telling me that he's not going to get that 1 yard for you on a 4th down? Smith, come on now. He gave you 1 yard 3 times and plus 3 scoring touchdowns. Take the risk. You know what I mean? Take the risk of
I mean, if you can't gain a yard, you got problems, right? Then we got to look at something bigger.
Facts. Let's get to these chats, right? Let's get to these questions. So, shout out, Jasmine says, remember the 2020 Renegades used to be this air raid system? Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. Them jokers used to throw it. And that's when, exactly. That's when we were good. I don't have my show. You talk about 2020. So we got it's St. Louis chicken this weekend.
The battle chickens. Yeah, they're about to get roasted. You know what I'm saying? After the games, stop by Light Eat. We might have rotisserie battle chickens.
Remember, he said that, y'all. I didn't say that because I'm still on the edge thinking we're gonna lose. Right? Listen. The past shows, I was like, yes, you know what? We're in a good space. We definitely got an opportunity to win because we look good on paper. But after 2 games, we look horrible on the field. Like, man, I don't know. So y'all drop in the chat. We want to know what y'all think. Are we going to win? We're going to drop a W if y'all think we're going to get a win. L if y'all with man. The Oozer.
W's in the chat, y'all.
So, all right, now while we're doing that, we want to see what y'all going to do. But so right now, everyone that's going to the game, if you're in this Metroplex area, of course, there's been some, concerns with the weather, but that should hold off for us to win. Now, if we losing, it's going to pour down rain, hail, sleet, snow, all of that. But if we winning, listen, it's good. So y'all make sure y'all come out there. And even if y'all unable to come out there, definitely y'all can watch the game on ABC. So just quick, know before you go. This is the segment where we tell you about things that you need to know before you're going to the game so you can get prepared for, at least a decent experience. But definitely be prepared for some type of moisture on tomorrow. So pack an umbrella, bring a poncho, but just be happy it isn't 40 degrees. Whew, that's cold. But all right, here it is.
Go shirtless.
Hey, I'm wearing all white tomorrow, so you know what I mean. It might be a wet t-shirt contest.
All right, so we got 1 W right here. We got Jasmine thinking, so we got that one. Appreciate you for tapping in with us, Jasmine. So, all right, here, Arlington Renegades versus St. Louis Battlehawks. Know before you go. Arlington, Texas. The Arlington Renegades are gearing up for their 4th game of the season as they take on the St. Louis Battlehawks on Saturday, April 19th at 11:30 at Choctaw Stadium. With a crucial conference win on the line, fans can expect an action-packed showdown. Okay. I'm not expecting that. I'm expecting a run, punt type of game. So listen, like I say, I'm a little questionable on this action pack, but I'm gonna buy it just for the sake of buying.
You're gonna buy it for the team.
There it is, exactly. In support of the team. So once again, fans can expect an action-packed showdown. Yeah, you see the excitement. Yeah. Led by legendary head coach Bob Stoops, the Renegades are ready to take the field and build serious momentum at the half point of the season. We're holding you to that now. All right. So here's everything you need to know before heading to this highly anticipated matchup. All right. I see we got another W in the game. All right. We got another W in the chat. Appreciate that. No tariff. Bring lots of Mexican beer. No tariffs though. But yes, Modelo's. So shout out to Bad Hatter. So her game day this Saturday is all about the women who make an impact in sports on the field, on and off the field. Her game day celebrates the incredible women and girls in our community while inspiring the next generation to get in the game. Join us as we honor the power, passion, and presence of women in sports. Yeah, shout out to the women in sports. Yeah, definitely. Bikini, bathing suit, beach ball, volleyball. I guess this is football, right? But I like
the lingerie football league.
Yeah. All right, so Full Throttle Tailgate. This party kicks off early. Head to the Full Throttle Tailgate in the Centerfield Plaza starting at 10 a.m. for a family-friendly fun, including face paint, temporary bandit tattoos. Okay, buddy. I'm getting tatted right there. I'm getting 2 bandits right there. So bandit tattoos and a special photo op with the Easter Bunny. Oh my gosh! Damn, and you can catch that in the How they go from bandit tattoos to Easter Bunny pictures?
I guess they want Tim. They want Tim to take out the Easter Bunny next.
All right, so definitely that looks like a really great time. So if you're looking for something to do this Saturday, bring your kids out there. Great opportunity to have some family fun, including face paint, get those tattoos, and get you some Easter pictures with the bunny. But don't bring the little kids because they might be afraid of the bunny. But yeah, definitely come out there to partake in some family-friendly fun. Next is Community Game Day Partner. We're proud to partner with Susan G. Komen, the world's leading breast cancer organization, for this special game as our Community Game Day Partner. Komen will be featured throughout the day's programming as we honor survivors, celebrate the strength of the Komen community, and raise vital funds to support the mission to end breast cancer. Double salute to that.
Pink gloves and cleats.
Fans can show their support by purchasing specially priced $25 tickets through the dedicated link with a portion of the proceeds benefiting Coleman's local outreach. All right, so y'all can definitely find this link to purchase some tickets, to whereas you can actually some of the proceeds go to the Susan G. Komen Foundation. You can check that link out on our webpage or on our page, STWF TV. And you can also click the link on our posts for the Win Family 4-pack. Families can make the most of their game day experience with it's like a tongue twister, with the Win Family 4-pack. That's a lot of fours. An unbeatable offer for just $100. This exclusive package includes 4 ticket games, 4 hot dogs, 4 drinks, 4 bags of chips. All right, that's pretty good. All right, so definitely, if you got a family of 4, you get 4 things for 4 for 4 for 4. All right, it sounded good in my head. But game times. The Centerfield gate will open up 90 minutes prior to game time at 10 a.m. to access of the Full Throttle Tailgate. And the other gates will open up 60 minutes prior to kickoff. So just be mindful that the Full Throttle Tailgate is totally different from the tailgate y'all should be at. That's in Lot E. That's for the Los Banditos. But that includes the need to know before you go. All right, so we got here. Let's check this chat here. So we got Jasmine Harden. Perez has to take more control and throw more. That's it right there.
Yep.
That's it. Jasmine, shout out to you. Been spot on in this,
today. I don't know today.
I don't know if y'all saw my comment before I hopped in. He is actually the winner of the 2 tickets that's going to be sitting front row with us tomorrow.
Who, Jasmine?
Yes, sir.
So Jasmine is a he?
Yeah.
Oh.
My bad. Hey, Tim, you should have told us that, Tim.
Right. Well, here's my face,
It's 2025. Y'all can't even assume genders no more. Y'all are wild for that in the first place. That's how you get canceled, bro.
How you get canceled? No, you get canceled by saying a 3-letter word. What? 4. You don't get canceled for that.
He'll be sitting in the so he's sitting right next to me and nephew then.
Yeah, and he's bringing out his son.
Oh, okay.
So it was originally going to be his wife. She couldn't make it. She had a prior engagement. So he said he's going to bring the kiddo. I was like, perfect, man. I'll have my kiddos as always. So we'll have a blast.
Yep.
Shout out to Matt Hatter. Said, yes, make sure you bring your rain gear. Have it somewhere in a vehicle, in a truck if you can. Have a poncho that you can bring that you can easily take off and put back on. So, definitely make sure you bring your rain gear. So,
it's just a little bit of water, man. That's all it is.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Just a little bit of water.
Just
I mean,
tough it out.
You that serious? You go come over to section 47 and sit underneath the awning.
All right, so we got Micaiah and Madison. Go Renegades. Let's go. All right, let's clap it up for the Renegades. I like that. All right, so we got Mad Hatter. I'm watching while drinking and listening to country music band at Tipsy Oak. Wow, appreciate you tapping in with it. Mad Hatter. So that shows with a lot of drinks, we are a really good show. So for everyone else that's joining, y'all take a pause and get you a drink so we can come back and definitely have a little bit more fun. But appreciate you tapped in. So we got Jasmine. I gotta call you a nickname, bro. I can't say Jasmine and then
we gotta call him Jay. That's his name.
Jay, yeah. So Jay, he says, man, I bleed blue. Been with these Renegades since the very beginning. All right, cool. My pronouns.
Let's go, man.
Right, let's give a let's go.
Let's go. No, we gotta save those for tomorrow.
That's greatness. That's greatness, man. So he said, my son took pictures with you last game. All my kids did.
Yeah, remember the pictures got him with Marco.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? It's just the impact of what the Los Banditos are doing, though,
Facts. And I mean, that is greatness to see. And, just like you said, that's just indicative of, the culture is like, okay, hey, they see you all in the, in the stadium, you're taking pictures. And now after that, there's more. We're doing giveaways to get them in the state, get them there, invite more people. So, yeah, that's real, shout out to the Banditos, man. Like, for real, that's really, really, really cool. Should be a blast. I had the Bud Light in my hand. Okay, now I know you. Now you're talking my language. At first, I don't know that guy.
I'm just waiting for her to see that little Jay's commercial so I can go grab me from the refrigerator.
See? And there you have it. Y'all sit back for more of the Let's Ride podcast, and we gonna be ratchet back.
Little Jay's Donuts and more. Located in Harahan at 1301 Hickory Avenue. Come in for donuts, savory breakfast, king cakes, and more. Check us out on Facebook at Little Jay's Donuts or on our website, littlejaysdonuts.org.
Bam! And just like that, we back with more of the Let's Ride podcast. It is me, Unc. This is my guy Bandito. And who's this new guy down here?
And then we got AKA Crazy Tim down
the loudest person in Choctaw Stadium, the 12th man of the South Side end zone. You know what I'm saying? They know who it is.
That sounds like some gangster claim. He was like some set claim right there. He was like, hey, I'm on here South Side, on the North Side 47, East Side there. I'm like, okay. Nice. So everyone, appreciate everybody that's tapped in. We just kicked, just getting started on this week 3 game preview. Well, week 4, So y'all know what happened on this break. I definitely went and got me some of that beer, you know what I'm saying? But hey, you can't see what's in my cup. But
need a Little J's to open up a spot in Arlington, Texas, zip code 76001. You know what I'm saying? Come over to Texas, Little J's.
Facts, man. Real. So we got Mad Hatter. Where did the logo and the name Los Banditos actually come from? Who thought of it? My wife is asking.
Well, you know how that went. I go by the big Bronco fan. I go by the Mile High Bandito, which now I'm gonna start letting people know. I mean, a lot of people do know me by Marco, but when I do get into my gear, I'm actually going by the Renegade Bandito, and I've been a super fan for a while, but I see to me it wouldn't have been fun if I didn't have what me and Big Val wanted to do was start a little group, try to make some friends at these games and start a little group. You know what I mean? So I was sitting there like, okay, well, why not? I call myself the bandito. You know what I mean? Why not throw in my I threw in my Mexican heritage with calling myself the bandito. So I was like, well, you know what? I'll start Los Bandidos, which means banditos in English is banditos. So I decided to start the group Los Bandidos, which was just to have fun. But it's been blowing up.
Facts, man. It's been blowing up because everyone, you just posted the Los Bandidos shirt, and so it's a lot of big stuff been going on. So
and then they stumbled across some crazy drunk white guy in 2023.
Oh yeah. It was matter of fact, I was out there. A matter of fact, I was out there by myself. I was out there by myself because Val had to work, and I was sitting there. It was a Friday night game.
Yeah, that Friday night game.
And it was crazy because it was I was just walking around just meeting people. Well, there was this crazy white guy with a table and some crawfish, and we just ended up talking and just chilling. He popped open the table, pulled out a couple bags of crawfish, and we sat there and it took off from there. We started hanging, and before I know it, there was other little groups that were there, but then some people start breaking off those groups and joining our group, which turned into what we have today.
The crawfish table was popping at one point.
But shout out to the Mad Hatter because what's funny, like I was there in 2020 and I was 2020? Yeah, anytime 2023, and shout out to the Mad Hatter because he had that style of hat. So how is it that this hat form, like the one that you have up there at the logo? Because I seen a lot of hats, and I was thinking like, hey, maybe that's a thing with the team, but how did this design come about? This Los Bandidos design.
Well, the Los Bandidos design started where me and Val were talking, which the hat that Tim was showing is that's the guy who makes our hats. Is my good friend Big Val, and we were just sitting there one day like, well, you know what, we're gonna go ahead and just make this cowboy hat.
The hat plug.
Mm-hmm.
Jasmine right there. Look at this one's one of my favorite ones that I got from a man. Look at that bitch.
Okay, so you can get more than just Los Bandidos hat, or is that style?
Whatever style you want, you can get from hockey to baseball. You got anything you want, anything
if you can dream it, Val can make it.
You'll put it on there.
Wow. And so, what is that font? Is that like you mentioned something about OE, and I'm from New Orleans, so when you say OE, I'm thinking OE.
It's old English lettering, you know what I mean? But old English beer too.
I should pass one of them, man.
I'm a Mickey's guy.
Okay. What you got about 40, homie? But man, that is really good to know, and it's and it's funny. Well, I'm gonna say it's funny. I mean, funny in a good sense, meaning like, wow, I didn't know that. Is like that's the history that you all brought to the team, and the team has accepted that. Because you can see the Los Bandido. You see the bandit that they have. They got the bandit chain, but you can tell that that's I'm gonna say in comparison, but in conjunction to what you all are doing. So how do you feel about having the Renegades accepting you all as a part of their culture?
Oh man, you know what? It's been a crazy ride. I mean, for me especially, because my vision, what I was thinking, it was just for fun, just shits and giggles. Meeting new people and just having fun with it, But they've embraced us as being their super fans, their number one fan group, which is kind of cool because like I was saying earlier, when I started doing this, I wanted to have fun with it. I just didn't want to just sit there and be by myself and just get crazy by myself. I think when you have a nice little group like we have, I mean, we got some people that are serious. We got some people that are crazy, like the guy that's down here. You know what I mean? Which he gets everybody going, and that's a good thing. I mean, you always have that one. You always got that one hype man. You know what I mean? And that's Tim. That's right there. And I give him all the credit. You know what I mean? Every time we walk into that stadium, you know, I mean, that's the first person you're gonna hear.
That is true. Very scary. I'm on the field walking into and I'm hearing him. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Like, okay.
Hey, really, man, you know, it's a part two of like who the group is and what they're made of. Because, like Marco was saying, you have such a wide variety, right? Because, like, let's say you count my daughter Gemma, Minnie Lopez, the youngest member at 4, and then we got guys who are out here with us in their 60s, you know, from all different walks of life, all different backgrounds, different political beliefs, different religious beliefs. You know, so it's awesome just to see everybody come together for this one cause. Everybody's doing their own part, and it really makes it great. You know, like when you need someone to help fall back on, and you have that extra person there when somebody can't do everything, or somebody might have to miss an event or something like that. So I mean, it really is awesome for what we've gone to be.
So y'all don't just come together on game day and just make all that noise and have fun. So there's actually a support system behind this.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And that's what, the fans needs to know. And like, that's what it's all about. You know, it's about creating, build something to whereas you can create bonds and relationships on. It's not just, like we just come here to have a good time. There's more to that, and I've witnessed it myself. So shout out to you all on that.
And it's kind of crazy because you know what, that was the thing that me and Val decided when we decided to make the group. You look at it, we have all different people that like on their NFL teams. Everybody's different. I mean, you got the Cowboys, you got the Broncos, you got the Vikings, you got the Saints. I mean, you got different teams, but now that you live in one city, you know what I mean? You can all cheer for one team as friends and have fun with it.
That to me is the true distinction of spring football, of UFL, XFL, USFL football. I'm gonna just say the brand that I know, XFL, UFL. That's what it's about because yes, we're here to support our local team. That's it, and that's what I like about it because that was one of the main reasons why, hey, you know what? I jumped on board with the Renegades because I'm a Saints fan, but it's like, hey, that's a local team. Let's support it. Let's put all that aside. Let's go support this team and get the opportunity to meet new people, so man, I would like to say double salute to you and Big Val on, starting that, and salute to you, Crazy Tim, because, getting out the starting blocks is just half the part. You still got to run the race all the way around back to the finish line. Yeah. And, and it's easier to start, it's harder to get around all the way back to the finish line. And shout out to you, Tim, on being a catalyst on that,
Appreciate it, man. You can ask Marco, and I'm sure he'll agree, man. When season comes around, it almost feels like the second full-time job.
Hey, I can believe that, man. Talking about second full-time job, just heard that the union, the Players Association for the UFL, they've increased their salary to like $65K and also gave them year-round health benefits that was just originally proposed for 4 months. That, of course, ultimately their time here in Arlington for the league. But now, I guess, since all of this, these coaches tend to, flying the coop. I guess they've doubled, the league decided to double down and show their, show that they're behind these players. So what do y'all think about that? Is that a good thing that they raised it to salaries to 60 and gave them year-round health benefits? What do you think about that?
I mean, the health.
I think that's a good thing because these guys, I mean, they don't have no health insurance. You know what I mean? And they turn around and get hurt. And they get hurt. I mean, how you expect them to, with no health insurance, you know what I mean? And then with little money they do make, I mean, it's tough for these guys.
I mean, when they have that year-round health insurance, you're going to see guys going harder in the off season. Okay. You at least know you're covered, right? So in that off season, you might work a little bit harder. But I mean, the pay the pay is good too, because I mean, obviously the league's generating money, right? I mean, you equivalent that to what, 50 players per team, multiply that, what was it, from 58 to 64? So you multiply that, by 8 teams, 50 people, 4,000. That's a lot of money. So I mean, to me, that also means the league's generating money where they're still, under a WNBA player salary. So that obviously means the league is growing, because look at how much the WNBA is growing. You're going to see these women getting paid more too, because they've been putting in their part to grow in the league. So I really think it's a good start for the league, honestly, man. And I think from what I read earlier is for this year, they were at 58K. They'll get bumped up to 62.5, and the next season it will start at 64.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, who's not happy to get a pay raise, right?
It depends on, what all it comes with. So, but yeah, definitely that was, a good thing to shout out to Miller, man. We're going to have to get a what you call it with Miller, man. Get a sponsorship with Miller. So I know one thing, you're going to be exiting the building soon, because Miller Lite definitely just makes you run to the restroom. So if you all need to run to the restroom, get your Miller Lite. Thank you. Real beer. If you're going to go on camera with a beer, get a real beer. Not a beer that makes you run to the restroom.
We're doing all that, and we're just going to have to get one of these boys.
Uh-oh.
Catch us at the tailgate tomorrow. You might be leaving with a little something.
Nice. So, all right. So, just get into some of this series history. You got some of that history for us, Bandito?
Yeah, I got you. On the history with these Battlehawks, the rivalry between the Renegades and the Battlehawks was born during the original XFL season in 2020, where the UFL launched its inaugural season. Both teams found themselves on opponents once head-to-head 3 times here, and locked in the series history, which they played in 2020 was Arlington, which we lost 9-15.
Yeah.
In St. Louis, we played in St. Louis twice. We lost. The first one was 11-24. Then we lost again 24-27. And wow, the game hasn't even been played, and they already talking about that we won that we're gonna win tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't see that happening.
That one's gonna be. Well, you know what? We actually beat them in Arlington. We actually beat them 36-22 here at home on 5/25/24.
That's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Too late now. If you're gonna crack jokes, you gotta get the spell check right, sir. But hey, appreciate you tapping in with him, Chris. That's one of our number one fans right there, man. But so yeah, and so what do y'all think about that? So it's crazy I'm starting to think that, you know what, we're just maybe getting a win because we're the favorite team, we're the most likable team. What do y'all think about that? Do y'all think like there's validity in people saying the Renegades are gonna beat the Battle Chickens? I think we're gonna lose.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm with you on that one because I mean it's been a tough last 2 weeks. The last 2 weeks has been a little rough with that offense. I mean, I know our defense has been sticking around, but how long can our defense keep them in the game?
For real.
I mean, so you're excluding the 2020 season, we're 1-3, right, against them. At what point do you, kind of like the Brahmas were coming into week 1, at what point do you say, hey, look, I'm tired of y'all kicking my ass. Like, I'm going to do the ass kicking today.
Mm-hmm. All right. I can take that. I mean, but the Brahmas are sorry. They're trash, bro. Like, trash. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. So, I can't like, I don't see it until they get them a game and, and their coaches are flying. Like, to me, they seem like a sinking ship.
A little sketch.
So, I don't know. All right, so we got another Renegades here. We see you there, Jared. Appreciate you tapped in. That's what I'm saying. All of these people love the Renegades. It's like the Renegades is the fan favorite. And shout out to the UFL. So on Twitter, they had UFL League. They posted, who do we think is the best team at 2-1? And so, of course, this guy, I was like, duh, the Renegades. And I was like, hopefully they get the memo. So we want to know, y'all drop it in the chat. Definitely know, do y'all think that who's the best 2-1 team in the UFL right now? Who do y'all think it is? Who y'all?
I'm always gonna ride with my team, man.
Yeah, right. Like the bias, obviously gonna say Renegades.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stay with my team, man.
You got a lot of good teams at 2-1 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Cause you only have one undefeated team. That's gonna be DC, right?
That's it.
So I mean, you got Birmingham, Michigan, St. Louis, and Arlington all sitting at 2-1 right now.
And with Arlington being the bottom of those other 4 teams, of those other 3 teams, so they're ranked under the Michigan Panthers.
Yeah, I mean, the Panthers might be the sleeper team this year. People ain't watching out.
They were looking pretty good. And listen, this might be far fetched. Just that y'all better watch out for the Houston Roughnecks. Because they found their swag last game, and they got it in ugly fashion. But out. Let's just watch them. We're ranked 5th at 2-1. They're ranked number 6 at 1-2.
Mm-hmm.
And so, do y'all want to know who's ranked number 7?
Oh, we already know who's ranked.
Memphis.
No,
they should be, yes, but
it's our fun fans. Our fun fan favorite San Antonio, man.
Yes.
God, I love the people hate the fucking team.
I'm pretty sure they feel the same way. Until they get some winnings. But what do y'all think? So of course, I'm going with the Renegades, but I don't think that, just because we haven't been able to consistently move the ball. To me, the best team that I see at 2-1, just from game film, them damn Battlehawks, like that run game they have over there is unmatched.
Look at the stats right now. Look, right now the records, we're both 2-1. Scoring average in the UFL ranking, we're 4th. We're 4th.
They got a riffraff coming in. Who let them in? This damn DC Defender fans.
Yeah, ain't nobody like that fool anyways. But
we drink our beer at a can.
Right, yeah.
Oh, anyways, they got that fake beer snake anyways. You know what I mean? They turn around and they go to concession stands and go get that free cup. That's what that is, because ain't no t-shirts wet when they're holding that damn snake up.
And plus, I'm not there to put that many beers down,
Yeah.
So,
what were you saying? So, you was reading out some stats.
I'm reading the stat. If you look at we're 17. We average 17.7 points a game. We're actually ranked 4th in the league. The Battlehawks are ranked 1 with 24 points.
Yeah.
Opponent scoring average, we average 9. They only average 9. Our defense is only allowing 9 points per game. We're number 1 in that one. Their defense is ranked 4th with 14 points per game. Our rushing average, we're at 119. We're actually 2nd, but they're 1st with 150.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. And then our passing, we're ranked 3rd with 540. They're ranked 5th at 470. So that offense, it just depends what Manny Wilkins they get. Do they get the one that's going to run for 4 touchdowns, or do they get the one that's going to go to score, throw 3 interceptions?
They haven't played a defense of this caliber yet.
Mm-hmm.
You're potentially talking about the best defense in the league right now.
Sitting at 2-1. So I mean, true on paper, yes, because we do have the the slimmest margins. Like definitely appreciate that. He say 12:30 tomorrow. Sorry, wait, your team. Sorry, will take a loss, but good luck. You're lucky we like you. Don't be coming on here talking about my Renegades. But I mean, yeah, I mean you got a point there, but. I don't know. I'm still at it. Okay, here we go. There we go. You get me depressed. Let's go. Yeah.
Yeah.
More that in the goddamn chat, man. All that DC defenders, get their ass out of here. Yeah. That's what we want. Let's go. Renegades.
Hey, all I know is Mr. Anthony. If you're talking all that mess, I hope to see you next week. I hope you're here next week.
Now he's a true fan. He's been a fan. Like I definitely like his fandom. He's been a fan. He's been representing the DC Defenders since the XFL. I think since they came out. So, but yeah, we won't see you. I don't think he's local though. But
hey, you know what I mean?
Never know. He might pull up on you.
The challenge is: do we see Anthony in Lot E next week?
Like that. We looking for you.
Buzz going around that I might be smoking a brisket for that tailgate.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
All right. You gonna use that Miller Lite beer can that back there for what is it? What do they call that? A beer bird, chicken bird, whatever that is. Beer chicken.
Look, we about to beer can chicken.
Yeah.
But for your boy Anthony, we'll get our own little, beer can snake going back here by the time we're done tonight.
On that note, so what do y'all think is the craziest? I only know one team that does has I guess that anthem. I was saying anthem, but a beer snake. That's what all the fans do. And shout out to I forgot the guy's name. Might have to post that video, but I met a guy who was from DC. He came to the game last year.
Yeah, that one from Australia or something.
Yes, him. Yeah, you remember that interview? Yes. Yeah, I have to go back and find that. But ironically, he's never been to a DC game and never seen a beer snake. I'm like,
yeah, you know what? We saw some of the people that worked for the DC Defenders bringing in trash cans filled with empty cups and try to do the beer snake in the XFL championship.
They did in San Antonio. They
But-
tried to bring lemons too. No
Yeah, so you
outside
guys
food
are-
or beverage.
We already know that you guys got that fake beer snake. You know what I mean?
That's all I'm saying. Because I'm like, how they be drinking all of that? Like, they be having more cups than people in there. And they should be dog ass drunk.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm gonna tell you something. The people that are holding the beer, look at their shirts. There's not a drop of beer on their shirt.
Bring them out. So Anthony says, so see, a hit dog howls. So we must be right. Must be saying that they bringing in these fake cups. Because now he says most sports have a beer snake.
A beer snake.
I've never heard of that until DC. I'm a Saints fan, never heard. Because I don't drink beer out of a cup. I don't even go and get draft beer. Give me a bottle. You know what I'm saying? Give me a can. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah. I'm not a draft. You drink. Who drinks? You know what? We want to see a beer emoji. If y'all drink draft beer, we drop the beer emoji.
I ain't even seen those damn blue cups we're supposed to be getting in the third
Because
quarter.
that was trash. Listen, they wanted us to hold up a blue-ass cup that they gave us and sing along. Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy.
I want to give a shout out to my girl, Jackie. What's up, friend?
What's
You know what I
up,
mean? I hope,
Jackie?
everything's going good. You know what I mean?
Appreciate you
hope
tapping
this
in.
I hope Jesse's doing okay.
He say, so that's how it goes. So that's how y'all get these, these friends out there. So he said, I'll drink a beer if I'm not paying for it.
Oh, well, if that's the case, pull up the Lot E.
No.
There's plenty of them for you to drink and not pay for.
Hey, listen, you come on our show long enough. Listen, we'll mail you a beer. Who's your local? I know there's an app for that. So definitely.
But you know what I was told and what I've heard that they don't like to have the opponents sit over there in that beer snake.
Yep. You cannot go in the beer snake section in a post.
Wait, so there's a section for beer snake?
Yeah.
It's a fake section.
It's a fake session. It's fake beer, fake people.
Real result. That sounded like a commercial, man. I'm telling you. Wow. I didn't even notice that. You know what I'm saying? Because normally when I'm watching the DC game, I'm already drunk. So I'm like, whoa, that's a lot of cups. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even paying attention to any of that. So, hey, this is greatness because, you know, shout out to to Jackie because they played, you know, they recently played the Battle Chickens. And I seen one of those guys, I forget his name, but he was just talking about how rude those people were out there. You know what I'm saying? And just honoring those fans were, and pretty much, you know, they weren't too tactful. So, and here she talks about right here, she says St. Louis fans ruined it for all other fans last season.
Horns Forward did talk about that on their podcast on Monday.
Yeah, so. Shout out to Horns Forward. You know, so yeah, you know, I'll let you know I'll be tapped in. So y'all better leave that bullshit at home out there in St. Louis. Y'all don't come down here with the Dallas with that now. I gotta play. What was that? What? Hey Google, play Big X the plug. I'm from Texas. You know what I'm saying? Let them know. I'll come down here slapping nothing. But
hey, there's a challenge out there for you, Parker.
Hold on, let me see. So you drunk before a DC game, man? Y'all from New Orleans. I grew up on Bourbon Street, bro. Listen, we drank 24 hours straight.
I mean, you can't say you've been drinking all day.
Listen, when I seen this guy drunk, I said, hey, you got to bite the dog that bit you. That's what drinkers say. So what we got here? So if Parker team don't win, he has to do 45 push-ups saying Battlehawks is better than my team.
They should really be worried about the Bengals, honestly.
I'll take that. Hell no, I ain't taking that because I think we're going to lose. Hell no. But I'll definitely do it, you know, because to me, I love fandom and I'll just do it just to do it. So I'll take that bet. I'll do it with some pink chucks on and the wet t-shirt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we just got an update from Jackie. 6 Memphis, 7.
Oh damn, she ruined it. I was gonna ask y'all, what do y'all think the score is? But yeah, they got 6:40 in the second quarter left, 6-7.
Mm-hmm.
So Memphis is hanging in there.
About earlier is how the games are boring because they're running the ball. No one is scoring. You know what I'm saying? Like the only game that was like these Battle Chickens, they've been putting the ball in the end zone. So
Rotisserie Battle Chickens available tomorrow at 2 p.m. in Arlington, Texas. There's gonna be about 50 of them boys ready, roasted, cooked, done, ready to get on the bus and go home.
Y'all know Tim, he's going, he's starting early. So don't mind anything he says. All right, Jack, we said Michigan ain't the same team we played last week, that's for sure. Michigan can, they can definitely, move the ball. They got some, they got some opportunities to move the ball. But that's Detroit. I still think they got bad water out there. So when I see y'all out there, I was a little concerned for you, Jack. I was like, don't drink the water. You know what I'm saying?
If you was concerned off the water, you should hear the story on where they were staying.
Oh yes, they were in the ghetto.
We're glad Jay made it back alive. Shout out JBD for navigating the hood in Detroit.
Wow. I mean, hey, it's not too much that's not the hood in Detroit. That's what I'm saying. Like,
man, they posted a video of them tailgating, and it looked like they were in a random fucking alley.
I said the same thing. I seen them. I was like, listen, I swear
she didn't see
they were barbecuing in front of their house. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what is going on?
But they did say my Panther Pride was awesome host. They had a great time up there. So they said definitely get up to Michigan and check out a game if you can.
Well, old people see ugly kids and be like, oh, bless that little heart. They be like, hey, my kid pretty. Oh, bless that little heart. Kid ugly as hell. They just saying that. So, no, they ain't had no good time out there. They actually was ugly as hell. I seen it. But now, shout out to maybe the environment may have looked ugly, but it's always good to just see those fan pictures. So definitely give a shout out to the home forward and Brahma team.
She said, "Look, I was with a bunch of white people. I thought we were gonna get robbed."
All right. Oh man. So we got here. So Jack says, "Look, I was with a bunch of white people.
Nobody looked at Jay and thought he had money."
Oh, shot fired. Man, that was fast there, boy. That was fast. Told you from Texas. I see that. That was fast there. Oh man. Listen, this is our thirsty. Listen, if y'all want to know a guy that's thirsty, it's him. And he's thirsty for black chicks at that. So he says, ghetto black chicks, ladies, I bet. They'll beat your ass. You don't want them. Don't be scared. But man, like, wow, that's so hold on. Okay. Wait, this chat's blowing up. We want him. Y'all got something to say. Say it. We won't hear.
Anthony, you gonna be here?
Wait, don't worry. I'll be here next week. San Antonio gives. Oh, wait, I forgot that. Wait, so we got San Antonio in the chat and DC Defender. So let me turn my head around, get my petty face on. Let me see what it says. Don't worry, I'll be here next week. San Antonio gives up the most points. Fact. We're scoring over 20. Oh, that's disrespectful. Jackie, tag that fool. I know you don't like it. Tag it. Tag it.
Jackie, take care of our light work, please.
Clean the scoreboard on y'all.
No, he's talking about us. He's saying they're going to put up 25 on us.
Who?
DC next week. He was talking about San Antonio's week, and that's why we scored. I don't know.
Yeah, I had to fade the black on that. I'm like, he might be right. I'm like, shit, I'm getting out of that one. You know what I'm saying? So
I think he's been having a couple of Bud Lights.
There it is. Boom.
There it is. Boom.
There it is. Y'all better put some respect on our team.
Puro pinche. You know what I'm talking about, sis?
Hey, Google Translator. What that is? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, effing party.
Puro pinche party.
All right, so we played DC this week. Yeah, we know.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully who their name is? They're Bravo? Their mascot name is Bravo.
Bravo the Bull? Bravo the Brahma Bull, I guess. I don't know.
I'm like,
he's gonna look goofy. I can call it now.
I'm just saying.
Hey, you think we could get...
That sounds like that's like a Call of Duty. What is it?
LOL, park a lot. He's my black uncle.
Yeah, don't worry about that. I'm just kicking this cake, but that's our number one fan.
He said, "Don't even worry about that dude."
Yeah, don't worry about that guy.
He must be having a lot of. Hey, he had a lot of Bud Lights too, then, right?
More like pickle juice, pickle water. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to the UFL, trying to get these, these mascots going. I don't know what made. Well, shit, I'm gonna say what made them. The Banditos, y'all made the league get mascots because
USFL had them.
Huh?
USFL had mascots.
Look at this guy.
Pre-merger.
Look at this guy. You're white people, and they were like, well, technically, no. But nah, I didn't even know that they had mascots. But what was the first mascot?
John, we're not gonna try and kill our mascot. What's
yeah. It was. This was the second question for the person that was part of the distraction. So we got Tim with a distraction while the hit came on. So
the only reason they're not gonna run over their mascot or try to kill their mascots, they ain't got no doom buggies or bikers out there. You know what I'm talking about?
We have a ladder match between Billy and Bravo. Bro, what's his name? Bravo?
That's what I want to do. I want to start like a celebrity boxing match or something. Like for real.
A little halftime mascot 4v4 game going on or something.
Because listen, I really didn't care too much for Billy. He was cool. I like him with the team. But when he started twerking with the Chick-fil-A cow, I said, bro, stop it. Stop it.
How you gonna pull up the Chick-fil-A cow on a Sunday, bro? Chick-fil-A, get a first 10,000 or whatever, get a free Chick-fil-A gift card on a Sunday. That's messed up, bro.
Facts.
I think it's still in my wallet. Damn, I
Same
had Chick-fil-A the other day.
All right, so we got Jack. We had the choice between 4 names: Bravo, Blitz, Ocho. What? Okay. When you say Ocho, I'm thinking Ocho Cinco. Sorry.
That's my boy.
Yeah.
That is awesome how the Brahmas let them, let the fans partake in the picking of the name for their mascot. So I did see when they posted that.
Yeah, we seen that too. But I mean, just wanted from a fan's perspective, like, okay, hey, this is really good because we weren't putting on nothing. Just like we heard about the meet and greet at Portillo's, the day of, so we didn't hear anything. He was like, you know what? Hey, come! There's an unveiling of a new mascot. So that's pretty cool that y'all were actually able to get, like Tim said, get involved on that. And I think Rama Bay, she had actually mentioned, she said that what she called it, recommended Bravo, but it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So here, Jackie says we had a choice between 4 names: Bravo, Blitz, Ocho, and one other name. Bravo is meant to represent the military town. What do y'all think about that?
I mean, I like it. The UFL does a lot for the military.
There's Air Force bases down there. Is there a military base? Sorry, I work for the military too. So I was just trying to say, is there a military? But yes, it is a military town. So it's definitely a way to galvanize the the fans and get local support. So pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So do y'all want to know where Billy the Bandit came? Anyone got any guess?
Probably fucking Yogi.
I was saying the Bandito. How do people on y'all? How it came after y'all? He looked like y'all.
Hey, matter of fact, it does. If you look at Billy's hat, it looks like Tim's hat.
Especially after y'all took him out. Yeah, one side he was looking distraught, like, man, what just happened? But hey. All right, so we got here. That's the Lord's Day. Oh, wait, hold on. I didn't miss out on that.
She talked about when we were talking about Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
They close on Sundays. The Chick-fil-A cow is working Sunday, though. How are you going to be closed and you make your employees work?
Hey, they probably got a bonus. They probably got a bonus, though.
It's meant for kids, cause y'all trouble. Yep.
A little bit.
These two.
Yep, that's my nickname. Trouble.
Just a little bit.
But what they say, all you gotta do is put on glasses, so you look like you're on trouble, like that. See what I'm saying? You see, he doesn't look like trouble right now. He look like Clark Kent. You know what I'm saying? Then he change into it. Lord, extra blessed. I like that. You gonna make me pull out my Bible app and change this to what is it? Bible study.
Yeah,
but I definitely give a shout out to you, Jackie. Appreciate all your strength.
Yeah, shout out to you, Jackie, for especially for you and your husband. Prayers will still be. We're still shooting those prayers for you too. I know I talked to you the other day. You know what I'm saying? The news that we talked about. Me and you talked about. It's good that.
Wait, I feel left out. I want wait. He on the show talking about what he talked to them. I want to know too now. Like, hey,
no, God.
What y'all talking about?
God is good. Just God is good. I'll let her explain it. You know what I mean? But me and her did have a little talk. But God is good. That's why I'll just let you guys know that God is good, and Jesse's pulling through strong. He's being real strong, and so is she. You know what I mean? But prayers still. To all the teams that are here, hey guys, give them a little prayer for her husband that's battling cancer.
Lord. Yeah, anything we can do, definitely. Prayers. Yeah, let's get an amen. Excuse me in the chat. Let's get an amen for that. Yeah, like for real. Who got with chills?
Yeah, and Jesse, he's a badass dude. So if there's somebody who's gonna kick that shit's ass, it's definitely him.
Facts. All right, so we got here random fact. You know why we the only team with the beer snake? That's our what?
Yeah, because they don't want to they don't want to bring out the donkey. That's why.
That's because y'all are in DC. The only correct mascot would be a clown.
I could all wonder. I'm like, so wait, is he saying that the beer snake is their mascot?
Let him.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
so, like the biggest mascot out there.
DC fans, they stick onto the beer snake. You know, the battle chickens. They're gonna talk about attendance. Just let them have the two little things.
Well, what is this call? How do you say it's call? Call is law. What the hell is that?
Caca. I mean, it's Spanish for poop.
I got nothing. Next. Okay, so
or with this, or not. You can also say "caw" is not the law because them in that caw we the law. Nah, you ain't no law, man.
Okay, gotcha. I'm like, what the shit is these people saying?
There you go. There's the shit.
And wait, and they really is proud of this. I can't I'm like, what? Yeah, you know. I might have to get security to walk through the stadium tomorrow, man, because they walk around talking about poop, slapping each other in the face. Listen, I ain't signed up for that, man. So, all right, what we got here?
That dude getting slapped's crazy.
The DC Defenders don't have a traditional mascot like a character. Their unique mascot is a fan-led tradition called the Beer Snake, which is created by fans at home games at Audi Field.
Sounds like
I swear that was just something that felt like something I just put in Chat GPT.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
that was well articulated. Thank you. That was well worded. All right. But I mean that's what I want to know. Like that's good history. I didn't even know that, you know, like I say, the DC fan was the first time I ever heard or seen of a, you know, beer snake, because we don't do that in New Orleans. We drink beer. That's it. So
you gotta make sure you drink the beer.
So, Jackie, they also infamous for ripping off designs.
Battle chickens.
Ooh, shots fired! Because I saw what she's talking. Hey, I saw what she's talking about.
That was right there.
Uh-huh.
That's the only fan base that pays at every. Let's rewind this. Play. The only fan base that pays at every home game for their mascot. Oh, okay. Hey, the call out. Hey, listen, you stole my thing. That's what I say. I'm and I'm public school smart. So hey, I went to public school. I copy and paste that. Hey, I was a teacher. Just know that. Hey, I keeps me a red pen. You know what I'm saying? To like out plagiarism. I knew it was up. But man, talking about these fan bases and all these crazy traditions, you know, it's like the Michigan Panthers. They're only, I mean, like, all right, they got them. We got that. What are some other traditions? What's the score? Yeah, let's get a score check. Can someone drop the score in the chat? What the score is? Probably ain't changed. 6-7?
13-6.
Oh, okay. Well, look at that.
Yeah, a little something.
They must got some alkaline water out there. So,
but I would say our traditions, bro, just coming out and having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're guaranteed that Southern hospitality. You're guaranteed to have a full belly. You're guaranteed to have good conversation. You're not guaranteed to see the Renegades win, unfortunately.
For real. That's the consistency we need where they win. Like, we're consistent.
We're great.
In 40-degree temperatures, we're in the stands. Listen, I had to leave. I'm in there like, shit. Listen, I ain't signed up for this. I'm a tropical. I'm of the tropical.
Nah, the one that didn't sign up. The one that didn't sign up for that was your son.
Yes. Yes. That's when we try to slick side. Like, yeah, Dad, I need to go to the restroom. That fool going for like 30 minutes. I'm like, boy, you must be shitting it down like every toilet in the dang bathroom,
when
man.
it started like sleeting a little bit and you see snow flurries, I'm like, I thought this was spring football in April in Texas.
Right. Hey, man, you know what I mean? Rain, sleet, or snow.
We support, and that's what I like about the UFL, you know, and that's what, you know, and that's what I disapprove of, and, you know, don't like all these other fans that be trying to tear down the league, talking about all this stuff that they can do to help promote the league, promote the team. But you ask them what they doing, they're like they're not doing anything. Mm-hmm. That really frustrates me. So shout out to everyone like Rick Rocker, who said he came on our show and was talking about how last year he gave away like 200 plus tickets. You know, shout out to the Banditos that's giving away tickets. Shout out to the brand that's giving away tickets. We're helping create fans. That's what we're doing.
What Jackie just said. Cause y'all know we're going deep to San Antonio for that.
And believe it or not, believe it or not, that's the tradition that we started with one team. You know what I mean? When you talk about traditions, this tradition is going to be held for a very long time until this league, either this league goes away or whatever. But this Battle I-35 is going to be the best. That's one of the best things that we've all, that me, Jackie, Tim, Val, Jackie's crew gets together and puts together. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We're gonna put on a party.
Facts. I mean, you know, and that was from the beginning, you know, because once, you know, like there's been a lot of different fan bases that came to Choctaw Stadium, but there has been none. It's been unmatched with the San Antonio Browns since they came there. Like, you know, I still got the chant, and they and I was like, it was so cool. It was just like, you know, just the level of effort that they put into, you know, them being a fan, their fandom, and supporting their team.
Well, they got the oh man, I don't want to say it wrong because I don't want Jackie to get mad.
Say it wrong, so you get cussed out.
Bulls or what, man?
Horns forward.
No, it's
the Bulls. Bulls on tour.
Yeah, Bulls on tour. There you go. The Bulls on tour. They turned around. I mean, they started off with 8 people the first time they came to Arlington.
Hey, Jackie, drop in the chat. How many people did y'all come with last time? I mean, I want to say, man, they at least came 25, 30.
Close to at least 50.
Yeah, I mean, at least, man, they damn near had whole section 46 packed out.
Mm-hmm. But you couldn't hear him.
Oh, no. Hell no, you couldn't hear him. Not that time.
It was like they're on mute. You see, you never on mute.
I heard them last year when they had 20 people. But when they brought another 25, I didn't hear nothing.
Wait, you had to hit him with the rock. You know what I mean? Is you there? We can't
I'm
gonna
hit him with the Hulk Hogan.
I know her fingers like, I know he did. I know he did. Yeah, we did. And we gonna come down there and beat y'all in y'all home too.
That's a
fact. Yeah, and then right here, like up here on the corner.
42. Look at that.
What?
42.
That's insane.
Yeah, 42
That's
people.
insane. And that's what I'm talking about. That's what I want. That's what I want to see. Stuff that people are doing. Double salute. That's it.
And look, the Los Banditos, we are starting to plan our trip for down there. So if you guys want to sit with us, if y'all want to come out, have a blast. San Antonio's they're great hosts. We're gonna have a good time. Holler at me and Marco. We'll get y'all in there. We'll make sure y'all's tickets are sitting in our section. We'll go, you know what I'm saying? We'll go make our championship stadium down there home field again. There's only one person who's competing with me, and that's Jay.
And he's over there yelling.
Oh, no, you didn't. Wait, oh, no, you didn't. So she challenged us to bring that same action down there.
To bring the same energy, bro.
Well, the funny part when I first met Jackie and her husband, we actually got tickets in that same section where she was sitting, and it was funny because she came up, asked for the picture. We got a picture, but that's when they caught a Sleepy Bandito for the very first time. Asleep.
Wait, so who's Sleepy Bandito?
We'll tell you who Sleepy Bandito is. It's Big Val, Big Homie. Big Homie is Sleepy Bandito.
No.
They did catch Ryan
every time we
sleeping
go,
at the end of that last game.
either in San Antonio or in Houston, this guy is guaranteed to fall asleep.
I don't know how Val fell asleep at Rice last year. That was why, bro. He's leaned back against like in between the two bleachers and shit.
Oh man, that's insane.
Good times, man.
Well, you know what? Yeah, listen, but the San Antonio fans, I mean, those guys right there are. I mean, they're basically family. You know what I mean? For us, they're family because I mean they treat us when we go down there, they treat us real good. They come up here. I mean, we give them the same treatment they give us. I mean, there's no when we try to go ahead and shit talk each other, it just feels weird because we're more like a family than trying to be rivalries. But I mean, when it comes to game time, it does change. You do see the changing between the tailgate and game time.
Nice. So, all right, what was one distinct memory that you have with the Brahmas?
Being the only person at their event last year in a Renegade shirt.
Damn.
You know what? Mine was my experience was the very first time. And believe it or not, when we showed up to that first game in San Antonio, it was just me, Big Bro, and Val. And believe it or not, besides the parents that were there watching their kids play for the Renegades, we were literally the only 3 Renegade fans in San Antonio.
What?
Mm-hmm.
So what Jackie's saying does have validity.
And it's crazy because they even got me on TV where a lot of people from here and from my hometown of El Paso, where they were like, "Oh,
potatoes."
They were like,
"Okay." Oh, hey, you got to drop that now. You got to tell us about that now. The potato salad gate.
Oh, yeah, that one. But the one with when we met Jackie, that one was pretty kind of cool because it was just us 3, and even the commentators from the channel were like, "Man, these guys are lost." They literally said it on TV that we were lost, that we were the only 3 people that were lost.
My best memory with the San Antonio fan was probably that 2023 season when they came down, when it was still just the XFL, because that was my first real interaction with all of them. And, I want to say I was sitting in 44 and they were in that same 46, never interacted with them, but me and Rico were sitting there screaming and yelling at each other the whole game. Jamie and me are starting, don't bobble your balls. You can touch it, you can catch it. Just so y'all know, if y'all are a player watching, if you can touch it, you can catch it. Quit dropping them. But, so just at that moment, that's when you learn they're good people, and that –
Even with the potato salad.
Mark, why don't you let them know about potato salad gate?
Oh man, that potato salad gate, that was and I give a shout out to my boy Jorge Mata, aka Mr. Mariachi, man. It was he had everything set up, man. He had for the tailgate for us. I mean, they set it up. They bought the parking passes for us. He had set up for them to have a barbecue catered. You know what I mean? And then at the end of the day, the guy didn't come through. Oh. You know what I mean? Left him hanging. You know what I mean? But they had brought they brought the sides. You know what I mean? Brought the sides. They brought the.
I see where this is going now.
They brought the potato salad and they brought the coleslaw. So all we had was a potato salad, man.
Oh man, that's
it's good to this day, man. We won't let him down. But you know what? That one, believe it or not, that one was still a good time because they still had people that they knew. They had Brahma Babe was out there with and her husband was out there with making pizzas. You know what I mean? They also had their taco truck right behind where we were at. They had tacos and and drinks. So it was still a good time.
I mean, I can
That's
just
what
tell
I'm
you.
talking about. That's how you know you're not stranger to no struggle. She like, I had me a potato salad sandwich. I didn't even care. Yes. That trumps my ketchup sandwich. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing like having a sandwich straight ketchup on there. But that's better. But this was mine. This was my biggest memory of the Brahmas.
Brahmas are simple. When I say hard, you say hard.
You can hear me in the bathroom.
I don't know.
So that's that 2023 game.
That was me.
That's that 2023.
But yes, that was my first time interacting with them, and I took great pictures. I got a lot of great pictures, great interaction, and you seen that they assembled and they did that chant. And ironically, the XFL tried to goddamn sue me for it. But see, I got media passes, so I was good. But yeah, that was back when they were playing, boy. If you was unauthorized with anything UFL Renegade, they dinging you. So, but luckily they couldn't touch that because once again, like that's one of my biggest memories, greatest experience interaction with any fan base that came to Choctaw. Like for real.
One state, one love, baby.
Facts. Man, like that was some good stuff right there. You know, that was some good stuff because, you know, I think the United Football Fan League, that's what I'm going to say, United Fan League, you know, that's one thing that I like about, you know, this league. It's a lot of, you know, fan friendly. So I like it.
You get to get a lot of cool different fans, you know what I mean? But I mean, and it's crazy because I mean, believe it or not, you see a lot of these super fans on TV, you know what I'm saying? And you hope one day they'll come out to the games, you know what I mean? So I know, and that goes for us Banditos too. But you know what? Like, but I'm gonna challenge everybody before I get the Banditos to get up and go somewhere, man. We want to see you guys here in Arlington, so we could show you the good time first. You know what I mean? So I call all super fans that come out, man. Come out. That's why we do travel to Houston. That's why we do travel to San Antonio, because at the end of the day, they make the effort to come out here every time and have a good time and party. You know what I mean?
Facts. I'm kind of impressed because I'm seeing that they flying. So whoa, they got some money. Shit, I got to drive a bicycle to get anywhere. I'm like, they taking selfies on a plane. Ooh, so that means they got the money and they got the real ID. So shout out to y'all Brahmas for being a whole lot more responsible than me. Because I almost have an ID. So shout out to y'all. But
I tried to ask them what they do for a living because I was like, how the hell can you afford to go to all these away games? And I was told, don't ask questions you don't want the answers to. So
see, I knew that was gang related. That's a little mafia answer right there. Shout out to Jackie. She says, I highly recommend traveling to at least one game out of Texas. Meeting others has been the best time ever. Last place is Birmingham for us. Now I'm from New Orleans. I've been to Birmingham. You know, I've been there for the Senior Bowl, but I don't spend too much time in Alabama. Alabama and Mississippi. Definitely not Mississippi.
You better be running. You better be
right. This ain't gonna leave me, goddammit. Ain't happening.
If you ain't white, you ain't right.
So all right, so to that statement, what might be another game out of the state of Texas that you all might want to go to?
I do want to do DC. I do want to do that's one. I do want to do DC, but I was hoping to get some seats over there with this fake beer snake. But now that we know that we can't, it'll be all right. But I was told by Jackie the best seats are down there by the fields. I mean, they said they had a good time right there down by the field, right by the players.
All right. So Jackie, she got DC. Yeah, I want to go to DC. I think I'm fond of DC's culture, like how they do things out there, how Yeah, I like DC. I know I ain't going to Birmingham. that ain't have nothing, Alabama. No. But how about you, Tim?
I mean, DC and Michigan for real. Like DC, obviously just because of what it is. Brooks never been up there, so to be able just to go up there, see everything they got, as well as go to the football game, like that's definitely on the list to do. But next year, I'm thinking of looking at that Michigan trip when we go up there.
Woo,
let's see Ford Field.
Man, the only thing good in Detroit is Eminem. Like, man, I'm gonna holler at him.
If Memphis seems, I saw that tailgate that Memphis just threw down, dog.
It was dope.
Yeah, no, they was out there, bro. Memphis was doing it. Yeah, Memphis might low key be the spot you want to pull up to.
Memphis, okay. Now I can deal Memphis, Tennessee. I mean Memphis, yeah, it's Tennessee, right? Memphis, Tennessee. Yeah. See, I would say
hey, but you know what? Hey,
I heard Memphis.
These guys these guys are getting their. I mean, I know some of these guys. They've been prepped. They've been prepping for a long time. They get the.
Okay, she gangster now. Look, put it up. Look, what is it? Jump us in, blood in, blood out. She said Detroit was dope. We got $3,000 now.
In DC, they bargate instead of tailgate, so it's just more money. You got to pay for your mascot and you got to pay for your tailgate. DC's off the list.
Yeah. I think. Well, you know what? I'll still go to DC because then I still like to go look at all that the old monuments.
Yeah, the history behind
the history.
City.
That's. Yeah. Me and my wife, we've already been out there, and it's pretty cool. I mean, I've been wanting to go back out there for a long time.
I'm gonna say, when I see some of the pictures of Memphis, that's the showboats. They got cheerleaders.
Yeah.
I like they super fans. Their whole thing is barbecue and beige. I'm like, yeah, definitely got to get
the barbecue
girl when I go out there.
You know what? When you see when you see those, I mean, when you see those big barbecues, man, those big, they're getting sponsors. You know what I mean? And that's something that we probably need to look into. To ourselves, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, I mean, we do everything ourselves. You know what I mean? We got guys that we got good guys, Mutu, that go out there and show out on the cooking. Big Val as well on the cooking. We got two guys that I think that can compete with anybody out there with his tailgates, man.
Facts, and all this talking got me thirsty and hungry, man. So what's on the menu for tomorrow?
Oh, I got you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I got you on that one.
Yeah.
Mutu had already signed it. Okay, we're having tomorrow's menu with biscuits and gravy, breakfast sandwiches, chorizo and egg tacos. Or burritos. It depends what you get.
You got to get a taco.
Say that chorizo right. That was, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. And then they got the eggs, bacon, and pancakes, turkey pastrami, breakfast sausage, cinnamon toast crunch, hash browns.
That's fancy. Who got all that time to cook and eat all that?
Mutu, that's the man right there.
That's the man.
Chef Mutu, bro. The man loves to cook.
Oh,
does a damn good job at it.
Facts.
And
so,
we might throw a whole chicken on the grill and forget to pick it up. Burn it, just like the battle chicken's about to get cooked.
Now,
y'all got me. Listen, y'all in the chat, drop what y'all think the score is. So this is our segment where y'all drop the score. We need a score prediction because Tim has me nervous, man. Like he keeps talking really cash money noise about us beating the battle chickens, and I don't think it's gonna happen. So y'all drop in the chat what y'all gonna think the score is, and the closest score will get a ticket of their choice to the next game. So just like we got Anthony way out there in DC somewhere, if he gets the closest pick to the game, we will go and buy him a DC ticket for his next home game. But oh, see, she just jinxed us. We lost. The last time I remember seeing this, I was like, oh, yeah, we got this. You know what I'm saying? And we lost. He was like, y'all better win. And I was like, oh yeah, we got this.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something, because I mean I'm a firm believer. The first two games that we won, my big homie, I love him to death, Big Val, has left at halftime twice and we won. He stayed at that game at the last watch party. He stayed.
We gotta get him out of there, man.
He was supposed to be gone by halftime.
Yeah, get him out of here. We gotta run him out of here. Yes. All right. Hey, listen, I told you I'm on from Bourbon Street and I believe in superstition. So hey, get him out of here on halftime. I'll be looking for him. Like, hey, Big Val.
How do you think that San Antonio didn't catch him asleep? Hey, he went outside to go sleep.
Oh man!
But I want to give out a big shout out to Big Homie, man, for everything. I mean, for the hats, the cooking, everything that he does for this group, man. I mean, like I tell everybody. I mean, it takes and Jackie and all them will vouch for it too, man. It takes everybody. It takes the whole group, man.
Facts. It's a rising tide that moves the ship. So, it takes a team to, really be, you can get on top by yourself, but in order to stay there and to execute, you need a team. So definitely. So we got here, shout out to Jackie, 17-23 Renegades. I like that score, but I don't see us scoring that many points.
I was thinking it being closer to like 15-27.
St. Louis winning?
Hell no.
Man.
What you got there? What you got? Oh, what you got? Since you're making that noise, what you got?
All right, I might go with this because I don't see us scoring over 11 points. Like,
I don't see. Is this your boy?
I don't see it.
Is this a Let's Right podcast or some power sticking podcast right now?
Hey.
What you say?
You know what? I'm gonna
it's go. The True Talking podcast. So I'm waiting for you. What's your record?
We're gonna win 15-9.
15-9.
The 9 points allowed. He's keeping that up.
15-9 Renegades.
So the defense is about to eat again. And just so you know, he said egg and chorizo burritos and tacos. There ain't no burritos. It's tacos only because of Taco Charlton signing. It's taco time in Arlington, baby.
And you know what I mean? Hey.
There ain't been no taco time since what Taco Bell, man. How Taco gonna come make this big old impact?
Oh, Taco Casa.
Hey, I like what was that burrito, the muchacho? Yeah. Something was going. So, all right. So, what you think the score gonna be? So, I'm gonna say what? I'm gonna say 11. I'm gonna give us 11 to maybe their 27.
Ow.
STL.
Yikes!
Oh wow!
What we got?
Damn, you put that on the internet for everybody to see.
Yes.
And this guy Anthony here, man. Renegades will throw a pick though.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for your score. What do you think the score gonna be?
27-15, bro. I said it, and I stand by it. We're about to shit on their heads.
All right.
I think we're gonna give up a few more than our season average of 9 points allowed. Not by much, They might get 2 touchdowns if they're lucky.
So y'all know he was drinking Miller. So Miller has one impact. He either need to run to the restroom. So he's still here. So forgive him. You know what I'm saying? He's getting a little crazy when he got home.
He got that bag. He got that bag right underneath that table.
But I mean, that's a good call out. So we still want to know from our chat, what y'all think the score is going to be. Y'all see, we have ours there because we're going to hold each other accountable. Because when the Renegades lose, I'm gonna be at a press conference and I might get put out. But let's just see. Hopefully, we win. That's what I want. But I don't see it right now until unless. Coach Stoops go back there, flip the table or something back there, get those guys in gear. I don't see those guys playing with some urgency because during the last press conference, you seen Kalen Ballage, he was looking a little frustrated, because he wants to win. He wants the ball. He broke records. He made history. So you go from one great game to now he's getting, to be a non-existent. So I'm seeing the frustration on his face. And shout out to Luis Perez, who should be frustrated because he's Mr. Spring King and more looking like springtime fresh. So I don't know.
He's too much into that book.
Facts.
Leave that book alone. Leave that book alone and wait until the end of the season.
Thank you. That's to me like that's when he should have did it. He should have waited till they have a really great season, then drop it while everyone's talking about it. He drops the book first, and then people looking for him on the field, and he ain't there. Because he's in the book
signings.
Right. Barnes and Noble selling his book, signing his books for the little kids, man.
Y'all think we're going to see Max, former quarterback from TCU, Max Duggan, come in this game? If Manny's playing like doo-doo?
I don't know, man. I think their coach is stuck on Manning right now, man. Now, if he throws another 3 interceptions against us, hey, I think they'll pull. But hopefully, we'll be up by at least 3 touchdowns by the end.
So y'all heard that? Hopefully, okay.
Right
say it with your chest, there. You know what I'm saying? You ain't saying it with your chest, so I don't believe you.
Hey, man. Hey, right now, Mr. King Spring got me.
All right, so we get ready to get this thing ended. What do y'all think? We always have this segment. Who's going to wear the Bandito hat? And for those that may not know the history of the Bandito hat, Mark Bandito, can you tell us a little bit about how the Bandito hat came about and what does it represent for the team?
Well, regards to the team is I was seeing a lot of the fans giving turnover chains for defenses when they were doing big plays. So me and Val decided that, you know what, hey, let's do a hat. Instead of a turnover chain, let's do a turnover hat. And it was one of those that we were working on some, and then the coach, one of the defensive coaches came up and he's like, hey, man, that's a good idea that what you guys are thinking. So I was like, well, you know what? I just turned around and gave them my personal hat. And be like, hey, this is good. Here's a turnover. Here's the turnover, a turnover hat instead of a chain. And that was that first year. And the defense used it. But then when I gave Tyler Vaughn my black hat, he turned around and used it for both. They're using it for both now, not just for the defense, but they're also doing it for the offense. And which is kind of cool, you know what I mean? Because they do have the defense. Joe Powell does have one of my chains that I made it into a turnover chain for the defense. But for some reason, they love wearing them. And it's crazy because they got 2 different hats out there now. They got a black and silver one, and then they got the all black with the red bottom. So I mean, you're gonna see multiple hats that these guys like to use.
I gotta get
and like you said, it started from that, just giving it to the team, and now it's become a staple of the team. And you can see Kellen Ballage when he became the player of the game, and now he's on a UFL trading card. So you can just see how the team has embraced this Bandito culture, and it made it their own. Billy the Bandit. Sorry. But yeah, so shout out to the team for just showing, like this is a fan first league. That's what I like about it, because you go to the NFL, you be like, hey, CeeDee Lamb, and he might spit at you, throw something in your face. But these guys, they make it their purpose to come and interact with us, and just like you say, I mean, these guys, we know them. We know a lot of them personally, and Tim can tell you. We know. We talk to these guys on constant basis. These guys are cool people, man. Cool guys. Don't be afraid. To
You know what I'm saying? We took a chance. We took a chance on giving them a hat and maybe see, just to see if we see it get on TV. You know what I mean? We saw it on TV. We seen it on TV. Now we get to see it on a card, which is crazy. Which is super crazy.
Yes,
also super cool.
Which is.
Yeah, I mean, like Marco said, man, you know, there's a lot more humility with these players because they're still trying to make it. Obviously, they're good football players, right? And they can play the ball game, but they're still, at the end of the day, trying to make it. They're still out here with the fans because they know without us, this league doesn't even exist, and they don't even get that second opportunity because let's be real, without a league like this, you don't get drafted in college. Your NFL chances are done.
Mm-hmm.
But now you do have this opportunity to where you can make something happen. And I think all these players are real grateful of that opportunity. And like Marco said, you know, they're starting to be players now we know on a first name basis.
And then check it out, just like my sister Jackie says here, man. Believe it or not, we there's actually on Breaking T on their website. You can go and purchase Los Bandidos T-shirt.
Official UFL
licensed T-shirt.
Los Bandidos.
Man, you know, I can't keep up. Y'all be moving faster than me. Like, oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, I'm trying to get that up there. Just
so you know something about that.
Yeah, not Jackie with the, to her point. Yes. This is the Los Bandidos shirt, Breaking T. So she said, y'all got a shirt on Breaking T now. Yes, shout out to Jackie and, for bringing this to Bandido's attention. So, how do you feel about this? Coming from where you had a vision, no one else seen it, but you and Big Bro too. Now, you get in motion, the team accepted, you all's culture, you got motion. Now you're actually getting a shirt that's licensed by the UFL.
Oh, it's cool. It's cool. Like, I mean, I think it's really cool. Because I mean, you think about going in there, man. I mean, yeah, we make our own little stuff here and there. We don't like, you know what I mean. And I'll say we don't sell our stuff. You know what I mean. We just make our stuff for us to wear. You know what I mean. But now, just to see it that somebody is actually acknowledging the group. You know what I mean. It's not just me and Big Homie. But it's the entire group that's put in work.
Nice. And when he was telling me, so y'all might not know, so he was calling me, telling me about this that I already seen, and he was like, man, and it's OE too. And I'm like, shit, give me one. Sorry. I keep telling you I'm thinking it's beer, but he's talking about the font on the shirt. It's in Old E. So definitely a shout out to Los Bandidos, man. Like, big things have been happening. You can see this momentum. Like, man, that's really, really good. But, as we get ready to, end the show, all great things must come to an end. Y'all got any shout outs?
Man, shout out.
Hello, that was for y'all.
The Horns Forward podcast for jumping in here, bullshitting with us, being awesome people. And honestly, man, shout out to everybody that's been a part of this group, been a part of this movement, who's put in their part, put in their work, because, we couldn't do it alone. Me and Marco couldn't do this without every moving part that goes into this. So to every single one of our team members, thank y'all for everything y'all have done for us. We greatly appreciate it, and we definitely recognize it, and me and Marco talk about it all the time. So thank you guys, man.
That was
I mean, Tim said,
I didn't ask you wasn't your turn to talk. I want y'all to remember Tim did it.
Hell no.
That's why we brought him on. See how cute and eloquent and nice that was? Let you know there's something behind it. He did it. We got the shirt. You might see it tomorrow. Tim did it. Just
So at this point, I'm gonna shout out my boy Billy for taking that thing like a champ. All right. Not only did you fall off, you damn near got ran over by the motorcycle. and then still came up and kicked it with your boys during the game.
Facts. All right, now you can go, sir.
Oh man, you know what? Hey, like Tim said it, man. Like Tim said it the best. You know what I mean? Thanks for the group. You know what I mean? Also with the new addition with Unk here. I mean, it's been good. You know what I mean? I mean,
thank you. I was kind of feeling like the third wheel. You know what I'm saying?
No,
man.
I
was like,
it took us.
I get him off here. I get him off there.
It took us. It took us two. It took us two. It took me and you almost 2 years to get everything in motion. You know what I mean? And as soon as we got everything in motion, man, everything has fallen in place like it should.
Don't tell nobody because they might think this wasn't planned, success. They probably like, oh, those guys got lucky. No.
Oh no.
Let them think that they haven't seen all the work that goes on behind it.
Yep.
Well, we get you just told because me and Marco talks about it all the time. Yeah, we know.
Yeah, but now I want to give you a big shout out, Unc. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? With this platform, I mean, we've actually, the Banditos group has kind of gone a little bit bigger, and it's nothing but up, man.
Facts. This is, definitely just want to manifest that, since we were just manifesting some things. Yes, Jackie, she says one day the Bulls on tour will get an ESPN special.
Mm-hmm.
And, some people might feel, that's far-fetched, but, one thing with this league, I don't think it is. It is because I had my content put on ESPN for shooting college day for Luis Perez at Duncanville High School, and they put that footage on ESPN. So definitely that's why I wanted to put that on the chat, on the screen, because yes, that can happen, and I believe it because they put my content on ESPN. So
you know what, just like what she said in this last comment is that she's happy that
you got to kill me. How you jump out? I just put this comment up and he's already to the thing. I can't keep up. All right, there we go. Now he's up there. So she says, I'm happy that this has finally happened. Welcome to the 2 Live crew. Yeah, I had some move with 2 Live.
Yeah, because it's crazy because a lot of she was the big, oh bro, you need to start it. You guys need to start one. But little did anybody know it wasn't. It's been in the works.
Facts.
We just had to put everything in place before we did anything else.
Exactly. It's like the big girls before they get dressed, got to put the girdles on. They got to put all the stuff on. And you can't just put your clothes on there. You know what I'm saying? We got to get cute. So it took us a while to get cute. So now we're cute. And we also brought this guy on just to share everything.
Shout out to the big bags.
Look, pull that down.
Because as soon as
we love y'all all, man. It's just, here for fun. Like, that's definitely, one thing with the Let's Ride podcast. We don't just talk stats. We don't just, talk to each other. We talk to you all because we want an engaging platform and engaging time to whereas, we represent the league. It's like we're fans. We see more fans. Let's talk. And shout out to the Roughnecks, that losing franchise. They drink like they sailors. They drink like fish. So, I guess that's because they're following the losing team. But, hey, that's how we roll. Definitely it's fan-friendly, family-friendly, whatever we do. And, that's what our shows are, engaging. We definitely want it to be enlightening, but fun at the same time. And I don't want to be where, we just sound like AI and just telling you all stats and not engaging your questions and telling you some of the experiences that we had. And appreciate everyone that shared their experience with us.
Mm-hmm.
Tap into next time, but give a shout out to everybody, Los Banditos. Appreciate y'all for, dealing with me, allowing me to come in. I'm from New Orleans. I don't think y'all let me in. I just came in like, hey, wow, you know what I'm saying? I'm in this thing. Yeah. So, and they accepted me like that, man. So, it's definitely up. Like you see, it's up. We've leveled up. It's just keep on going. And shout out to, the Banditos. Shout out to y'all, the fans. Shout out to the UFL. Shout out to the Renegades. Y'all know I want the #1 fans. That's why I had to hang and partner up with the #1 fan base of the Renegades. So appreciate everything y'all give me access to. I appreciate y'all support Arlington Renegades, UFL. Definitely can't have this platform without the support of the team because, yes, they are involved with STWF Media. Appreciate y'all. That's all I got. That was a lot. So wait, you're the new guy. New guy. So,
new guy close.
I don't know if you won't. I don't know if we should let you bring us off, the new guy, because he might be on for another 30 minutes. But anyway, listen, I need to drink. I'm out. So, Brady, Tim.
Hey, Bandito's out myself.
Hey, thank y'all for everybody who's came out to our games. Continue to support the Arlington Renegades. Continue to support the UFL and just come hang out and have a great time with the Los Banditos. Crazy Tim out. Maybe. Nah.
Find this podcast and others on STWF TV, the Podcasting Network, wherever you get podcasts.